my name is Lindsay and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, how you doing? Welcome to our little family. If you're not new here, welcome back. How you doing? Glad to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Anyways, so for today's video, we're just going to talk about my training schedule, how I get ready for Derby, what the things I do when I work out, all that good stuff. So anyways, let's just jump right into the video here. So as you may or may not know, I teach fitness classes, which is great and I love it, but it doesn't really constitute as me working out. I mean, I do obviously get a workout in, but I have to have my own training regimen to be successful in roller derby. The reason why I train is to have control of my diabetes. That's mostly my #1 cause. And then the second reason why I train is for roller derby. Now, when I initially started my training back in 2013 of really like working out and getting healthy and having to go gluten-free because of being diagnosed with celiac disease, I found that I was like super out of shape because before that I had just been figure skate coaching and I wasn't like the super greatest coach, I'll admit, and we didn't really push cardio or anything like that. So I was kind of out of shape, and I really started training because I wanted to be better at roller derby. I obviously wanted to get my diabetes under control, but I kind of was like, I want to be a good roller derby player, so I'm going to train for that reason. So I did the Beachbody program by Chalene Johnson called Turbo Fire. You may have heard of it. It's an intense cardio conditioning workout. It incorporates longer, anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour of working out. It just depends on the schedule and what you choose and blah blah blah, yada yada. So for that, it incorporates like longer workouts with less hits, and then some of the workouts are just HIIT workouts, so that's high intensity and interval training. So you wouldn't do a HIIT workout back to back, and then it would incorporate some strength in there too. So by using body bands or wow, I'm really losing my mind right now, but other at-home strength exercises, so you wouldn't have to go to the gym. Now, back then, I was like, oh man, I love this so much, I never need to go to the gym. Well, then I got kind of bored at home, and then I wanted to kind of push myself. So, like every January, I start Turbo Fire. But then like a year and a half ago, I got a membership to the wellness center because it was like brand new, and I wanted to start lifting weights because I knew increasing my strength would get me further in roller derby than just constantly working on my endurance. Your endurance can only get you so far until you have your strength to back it up, and so on and so forth. I got a membership to the wellness center, and I had no idea what I was going to do. I had tried to have one a few years ago when they were at their old location, and I went maybe a couple times, like before we canceled, and we're like, no, let's not do that again. But this time I took the session with the personal trainer to kind of have her give me an idea of what I could do, because I had no knowledge of weightlifting whatsoever. So I got the help of a personal trainer to have a free session, and that's kind of what got me started on my weightlifting journey. Now, you're like, oh man, women can't lift weights. Well, I'm here to tell you that is completely wrong. You will build muscle and you will tone up like you will not believe, but unless you are under the influence of steroids or doing some shady stuff like that, you're not gonna build up bulk muscle like men do, because we just don't have the testosterone to do it. I train every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with my weightlifting. I do a light cardio beforehand, and that's usually one of my turbo kick workouts or insanity. Very lightly though. I don't go 100% because I don't need to. And then lately, Tuesdays and Thursdays have been my rest days and yoga days. And then Fridays are like my triple threat days is what I call them. So I really try and get my cardio, weightlifting, and yoga in, because at that point I really need all three. And I have made so much progress in my strength and like everything. My diabetes, now that I'm back on keto, is under so much better control. Who do I train for? I'm selfish. I train for myself. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's you who's going to reap the benefits of you starting a training regimen, whatever you do choose. Not everyone is going to have the same, skills or interests or whatever. So you don't have to look at your neighbor and be like, oh man, I gotta do what they're doing. Look at how much weights they're lifting, and look at them doing all that cardio. No, you do what you need to do to make yourself better. You are in competition with yourself. So yes, I train for me, and then there is definitely a part of me that trains for my team, because whatever roller derby team I skate with, whether it's my own team or the A-Town Roller Girls or another team, I want to make sure that I represent them well and skate well. So I, definitely train to represent whoever I'm helping or skating with well also. So how do I train? That is something that I came up with. I didn't really come up with it, or wait, I don't know what I'm trying to say. So I obviously lift weights Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I said I do the light cardio beforehand. I do yoga. And then I also teach the fitness classes. I teach on the 4th floor at Lake Area Tech. We're teaching Pound on Monday. Got a lot of people excited for that one. And then I teach Pound at Living Yoga on Mondays also. So that is how I train. Now, how you train is going to be different than how I train, because we have different bodies, different goals, different health issues, different things we want to address. So how I train is going to be different from how you train. There is nothing wrong with asking for help, but I find asking for help and then doing more research or asking for resources is going to be a lot better for you, and you're going to stick to it longer than if you solely rely on somebody just feeding you the information. I do not have all the answers, and I don't claim to know all the answers, but if I need, answers to a question, I will do lots of my own research. And I find that I really, have stuck to this because I did do my own research. The benefits of me and my training regimen for myself has been, I am definitely happier. I'm most of the time healthier, besides that little time I was sick for 6 weeks, just not that long ago. But change of season happens, and sometimes you can't always help that. Diabetes is under a lot better control. I have a lot more energy, so much more focus, and I just feel good. So yeah, my skin's looking greater, I'm stronger, you know, physically, mentally, and I love it so much. And then, yeah, I'm just so much better of a human being all around. I just feel so much better. In between all of that, working out all the time, I definitely designate a rest day, or in this past couple of weeks, since I'm just getting back into it, I've incorporated a few rest days, because when your muscles are sore, like when you're working out, they're literally breaking down muscle fibers. And by continually to break them down, you don't give them a chance to rest. You never actually get stronger, and you're more prone to injury. So if I am feeling really sore, I will take an extra rest day. And you know, I used to feel bad about it, but now I'm like, okay, my body is screaming at me. I take an extra rest day, and I either do some yoga, or I stretch, or I go to the hydro massage at the gym and get my 20-minute massage that comes with my package that I signed up for, and I just feel so much better. I drink lots of water, and I eat moderately healthy. Now that I've had my sickness time where I was literally sick eating junk food for like a couple weeks, I'm back to feeling good, eating good. It makes me feel better, and I recover faster. And then sometimes I'll take like a long hot shower and just like stretch in the shower, because I'm so sore some days. So eating wise, like you've heard me say before, and in my first videos I talked about keto. I still do keto or low carb or whatever you want to call it. I don't necessarily weigh or measure my macros anymore. I try and just like eyeball it, and you know, eat a lot of protein and fat and very few carbs. Now I'm finding that it's actually been easier for me this time around to make new stuff to eat. I find that lately it's been easier for me to like figure out food to eat for myself and my family, and be better prepared in that aspect of keto. And I'm not really fasting a whole lot, just because I don't feel like I need to. I feel like I'm working pretty hard, that I need to eat, and I am feeling hungry. But I do fast, I guess, in the morning when I wake up, and then I usually don't eat until about noon or 1 o'clock. And then I eat supper, and then I get done with supper, and then I don't eat again until the next day at noon or 1 o'clock. So that has been working well for me. Keto, obviously, any way of eating is not for everybody. You have to find what works for you. It might not be so strict in the keto aspect. It might just be low carb. If you go gluten-free, don't go gluten-free junk food, because going gluten-free and eating high carbohydrate starchy foods is really not any different than if you're eating gluten foods and they're like the same high carb count. So you know, I'm one of those people who like don't go gluten-free unless you actually need to. If you want to, fine, but just don't eat gluten-free junk food, because that doesn't do anybody any good. Been there, done that, not any fun, didn't work, blood sugars were crazy. Burgers without buns, and lately without lettuce, because all the romaine lettuce is recalled, and I'm lazy and I don't feel like going to the store all the time. So I eat burgers, chicken, sausage, eggs, cheese. Other than cheese and like sour cream and stuff, I don't drink milk. Like, do not drink milk. That is so just not good for you in any diet. Let's see, what else do I eat? Sometimes I make pizza, low carb pizza, gluten-free pizza. I make pancakes, waffles. All of this is low carb, sugar-free, gluten-free. And yeah, I always try and pair whatever carb item I'm having with like a meat of some sort. So yeah, I mean, that's just a few of the things I eat. Lots of butter. Butter makes everything better. And it really works well with my training regimen, and I feel pretty good. I usually like to work out at 4:30 in the morning. At the gym is open 24 hours, so like today, I had good intentions of going at 4:30, but my blood sugar was low, and normally when I wake up with a low blood sugar, I just get like super exhausted for that like hour or two where it feels like an hour or two to recover, where I'm just like dead tired. So this morning I did not, but Monday morning I did go at 4. I think I got there about quarter to 5, so like 4:45 in the morning. And then today I was going to, but then that whole thing happened, so I'm going after this. Yes, I'm going with a full face of makeup. I don't care. I work out just as hard with makeup as I do without. So y'all can stick it if you're judging me or anybody who wears makeup while they work out. Who cares? Nobody cares. Anyways, I'm going to go work out after this, and I am doing some hot or warm yoga, hot yoga flow tonight, just because I need to. I haven't done yoga in like 2 weeks now. I'm terrible. But I know I need it because my body is pretty sore and stiff right now. That's basically what I do for my personal workouts. I also have a sheet where I track all of my weightlifting progress, and I'll put that, it'll be on this side, put that on the screen here to show you. That's just how I keep track. Some people keep track on your phone or computer or tablet or whatever, but keeping track of your progress really helps, because if you stop like I did for a few weeks and you're like, okay, where did I leave off? What do I start out with? It's gonna help you remember, so you prevent injury going back into it. Be like, I was doing 10 reps at 70 pounds for my bench press, and I tried that on Monday, and I didn't do too bad, but I felt a little bit of a struggle. Some things I had to pull back on, and that's a good thing that I kept track, so I could note that and scale it back so I didn't get an injury. Definitely always remember to track your progress. I think that's it for today's video. That was a long one. What ways do you guys like to work out? Do you like to lift weights? Do you go to group fitness classes? Do you like working out at home? What do you like to do? So throw it in the comments and tell me why you like to work out, and what are some of your goals for the next year. Let's start on those goals now, so we're not playing catch up in January. Remember, if you like what you saw, please subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell so you know when I upload, and I will talk to you later. Okay? Love you. Bye.